I've seen with the other parents and my kids' friends' parents that it was kind of a struggle for them to kind of let go of that control and let go of that hovering. And, and it's not because they're bad parents. It's because we all have been trained to think that that's what we need to do to be a good parent. Mm-hmm. But if you stop in the moment and you're being self-aware and you realize your kid's pushing back and he's being rebellious or she's being rebellious, you have to stop and go, where's my part in that? I have a chapter also about how to get your kids to tell you everything. And in there I say, brand yourself as unshockable. Kids really, really respond. And the younger, the better, that when they ask you a question, you look them in the eye, you don't have emotion, and you answer the question respectfully and with facts. So when my son said, so-and-so said, Daddy's going to die, I said, it's the possibility for any of us. And I turned it into, Dad is off doing something that he loves to do. He's supporting our country. And I turned it into a prideful thing. That same son is off to pilot training. So he's making this his career as well. So I'm a role model. If I was falling apart, my kids would then be given permission to fall apart. Does it mean that you can't fall apart behind the scenes? Again, read your audience. Understand these kids are watching you. They're listening, and how you behave and how you answer these questions is everything. And if you don't treat it with respect and honesty, they figure that out soon enough. The word "we" really worked, as opposed to going, well, when are you going to vacuum? It's like, when are we getting vacuum this weekend? So it really, really works. And when you use some of these techniques with your kids, they just love that. They love being part of the team and being part of the process and being needed in a productive way without being told you're going to do this. If a kid is given the power to think that he's running the family, it's like an alpha dog or a dog that's not an alpha by nature being given an alpha role. He turns into a biter and he turns into, a bad behavior dog. Like, that's the type of thing, like, these kids need to know, I have other things going on in my life that are important to me. My marriage is important to me. You guys are one of many things that are important to me. And I think kids need to know that pecking order, and it makes them go off on their own and spend more time creating on their own and not needing me as much, which that is how I handled the stress, is teaching them to be independent and making their own lunches and doing their own laundry at 5. Those were things that they were capable of doing and loved doing. The most important relationship that we have is the one with ourselves. And in the book that I wrote, and when I look back now, parenting is in my rearview mirror. So I just got done with raising 4 teenagers. That was the turning point for me. So having 1-year-olds and a 4-year-old who was a worthy adversary and with his confidence, took me to going, okay, how do I reach him? And I realized I have to change myself. I have to be willing to go, I'm yelling, it's not working, what will work?